What is up, my fellow beasts? Welcome back to a new video. Today I am bringing you the most legendary Call of Duty game ever made, which is World at War. So I think that World at War doesn't really get the love it deserves. A lot of people, prefer Call of Duty 4. I used to prefer Call of Duty 4 too. I still love Call of Duty 4. It's the Call of Duty that took the game to a whole new level, with the kill streaks, the perks and all that stuff. But World at War also took the franchise to another level. It wasn't as big, but it came out with a lot of features that were new at the time of the Call of Duty franchise. A lot of these features stayed and they appeared in the next Call of Duty games, but other awesome things that appeared for the first time in World at War did not return. I don't know why, and I feel that a lot of people don't know about these things because they have never played World at War. Also, Call of Duty World War II is almost here. We've seen so far multiplayer gameplay. It's looking juicy as hell. We got flamethrowers, a lot of stuff we also had in World at War, so it's gonna be awesome. And the new zombies, it's looking very delicious. These zombies in Call of Duty World War II look scary as shit. That is the best reveal trailer when it comes to zombies of all time ever made. I'm super pumped for the new zombies. The thing is, we so far we don't have any actual gameplay, so we don't know how the game is gonna play and all that stuff. But in terms of how cool the zombies look like, the sounds and everything, they're doing a very good job. And it kind of takes me back to World at War, because in World at War, the zombies were actually a little bit scary. They didn't have pretty blue eyes and whatever. They made scary sounds. The game itself had like some background weird noises that made it more scary. And I think that after World at War, that was lost. Zombies didn't sound as scary anymore. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are super pumped for World War II, I think you should give World at War a chance. I think that it would put you on that Call of Duty World War II vibe even more, and at the same time you'd have a lot of fun because this is a legendary Call of Duty game. This is a freaking masterpiece. So because a lot of people have never played World at War before, let me talk to you about some awesome features we have in this game, ladies and gentlemen, that didn't return, as I was saying, in any of the Call of Duty games, and some things that World at War did first in the Call of Duty franchise a lot of people don't know about. So the first thing is the boot camp. So this was a special game mode playlist, whatever you want to call it, that was only available for people below level 15. It was a game mode for scrubs, pretty much, and I think that this was pretty cool for new players, because instead of just going to the normal game modes and getting destroyed by the veterans already playing the game, they could go to the bootcamp and play against people of their pretty much same rank, and it would allow you to learn the game a little bit better without getting destroyed all over the place. The closest thing we have to bootcamp nowadays is combat training, but it's not the same thing because you're playing against bots instead of playing against people. It was also fun to create a new account on the PlayStation 3 and go on bootcamp and destroy all the freaking noobs. It was great because it was like paradise. I did this once and I loved it. The second thing on this list that World at War did is the squad feature. So it's kind of like in Battlefield, you could create your own squads in World at War, which was pretty cool. So you would join a game, then in the game you'd have an option to create a squad, and you could, join other people's squads and whatever. It was pretty cool. It would give your team, like in front of your name, there would be a special like emblem telling you that you were in that squad. And I mean, it wasn't like a big deal. You couldn't spawn with your squad mates like in Battlefield, but it was pretty cool. You could create your own little squad there. It was pretty awesome. Then the other feature that World at War has, and it never returned, is that when you pause the game, you could see where your teammates were on the minimap. So this is something that all the other Call of Duties have, but on the other Call of Duties, the name of your teammates are not above the triangle, so you don't know which teammates is who. And in World at War, by, you know, pausing the game, you could tell where your teammates were, and this was definitely pretty cool. Obviously, it's only worked with people that were in your party. It didn't work with randoms. You couldn't see where the randoms were. So yeah, this was also pretty cool. I don't know why we don't have this in all Call of Duty games. The fourth feature that was in World at War and also did not return, ladies and gentlemen, is that we could select an area of the map, and our teammates could see that area, and pretty much they could go there, and kind of like you could use this as a way of telling your teammates where the enemy players were. So if you knew that there were a bunch of campers inside a building, you could mark that building on the radar and on the game, and people could see that selected area and just go there and destroy the campers. Pretty much if you needed backup or something, or if you need to destroy a tank. So this was definitely pretty cool. And then we have a few things that World at War did for the first time, but a lot of people don't know. They think other Call of Duties did it. So like, for example, in Black Ops 2, the dogs are afraid of water. If you go into the water, the dogs will not go there and kill your ass. But World at War was the first one to do this, because, I mean, it was the first one to have dogs, but to be honest, I didn't know that if you went into the water in World at War, the dogs would also kind of like ignore you because they're afraid of water, whatever. So this is pretty cool, and a lot of people, as I said, think that this was a feature first introduced in Black Ops 2. The next thing on this list is that World at War was the first Call of Duty to have extended mags. It was only on SMGs, but it was pretty cool. This was a feature we did not have in Call of Duty 4, and it kind of sucked because if more than like 2-3 players appeared in front of you, you were done because you had to reload. But in World at War, at least with the SMGs, you had extended mags and you could kill 3 people without reloading, no problemo. World at War was also the first, still when it comes to attachments, to have the bayonet, which is pretty cool. And so far, World at War is still the only Call of Duty to have the bayonet attachment. Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare have the bayonet in one gun, but they are DLC weapons, kind of like weapons you need to use points to unlock and whatever, so it doesn't count. And then we have the bipods. I think that World at War was also the first Call of Duty game to have, and the last one to have, the deployable bipods on your LMGs. Pretty much if you were on a window, you could lay down your bipod and be more accurate, so this was pretty cool. World at War was also the first Call of Duty game to have the final game stats. So you were playing a match, when the game was over, you could see all the information you needed about that match. You could see how many kills you got, how many times you died, assists. You could see how many times you called in, your kill streaks, and how many kills your kill streaks got. You could see how many kills you got in a row, your highest kill streak, and you could also see your nemesis, the player that killed you the most, and how many times you killed that player. So this was something pretty awesome, and so far I think it is still one of the most complete final game stats thingy in the Call of Duty games. Then we have the Flak Jacket perk. The Flak Jacket is a perk that was first introduced in World at War, and it is a very important perk, one of the best perks ever. Like for example, in Domination in Call of Duty 4, you couldn't play it because it was just impossible due to the grenade spam. But and because of that, I never really played Domination in Call of Duty 4. I just played Team Deathmatch and Free for All. But then World at War came out with the perk Flak Jacket, and Domination got more popular because you die less while capturing flags. So it was very important, and a lot of people think that Black Ops 1 was actually the first one to have the perk Flak Jacket when it wasn't. Then we have another feature which is only something that I do pretty much. I don't really think anyone else does this, but World at War was the first Call of Duty game to let you get troll kills. What does this mean? Well, I'm talking about getting kills with something that is not meant to get kills. So I'm talking about the flare kills, ladies and gentlemen. So the flare is an equipment in World at War that allows you to kind of like remove the mini-map from the enemy if the flare is too close to the enemy. So it's kind of like a little EMP, and also because of the bright light, you can't really see shit through the flare, which is definitely pretty cool. And as I said, you can get kills with this bad boy if you damage the enemy first, then you throw a flare at his face and he will die. I like using the Molotov cocktail to hurt the enemy, then I finish him off with the flare. It is great. World at War was also the first Call of Duty game to have a weapon with unlimited ammo, which is the flamethrower. I think that the only Call of Duty game to have a weapon like this is Black Ops 3. There's a DLC LMG that keeps generating ammo, so I mean it's not as cool as the flamethrower, but whatever. And finally, World at War was the last game to have tanks on the multiplayer, and the tanks were definitely a lot of fun. I don't know why they don't return, because tanks are freaking awesome. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. These are a few things World at War did first and a lot of people still don't know about, because I mean they've never played World at War most likely. Let me know your opinion in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Peace out.